Hey, everybody. This is Simply Sherri
And Najah.
with Pop Culture Uncovered. And today is November 19th, pardon me. And we are just excited because last night on November 18th, thanks to Allied Marketing, we got to
Yes.
see part 2 of Wicked, or Wicked for Good.
For good.
Give us one.
That you lift everyone's spirits. As only you can.
Does that do what I think it does?
No!
No way! I'm obsessulated.
The wand really sells it.
Because happy is what happens.
Linda! The girl!
When all your dreams come true.
It's the Wicked Witch! You can wave that wand all you want, but you have no real power.
I'm a public figure now. People expect me to
Lie?
be encouraging.
You can't resist this.
Who could?
You know who could.
There's a house, and it's flying through the sky. I'm off to see the wizard.
Bring me the room of the Wicked Witch of the West. So I have proof that she's dead.
Stop this. It's gone too far. Alphaba, they're coming for you.
Just look at me. Not with your eyes, with theirs.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason. Here's the plan. I have no plan.
Well, I do.
Oh, thank God.
Haven't you heard? I'm the Wicked Witch of the West.
The comet pulls the morning as it passes the sun, like a seed dropped by a sky bird in the distance.
This is the work of the Wicked Witch!
Who can say I've been changed for the better? Because I knew you.
What have you done to me?
Because I knew you. Because I knew you. I have been changed. Think of what we could do together. For good.
So we are back, and as you saw in the trailer, we are, and also as Najah just said, we are closing out the story that opened up in the original Wicked movie that came out last year. The official blurb, just so that we say that we got it out, is now demonized as the Wicked Witch of the West. Elphaba lives in exile in the Ozian forest, while Glinda resides at the palace in the Emerald City, reveling in the perks of fame and popularity. As an angry mob rises against the Wicked Witch, she'll need to unite with Glinda to transform herself and all of Oz for good.
So this needs to be very clear that this is not a sequel. This is merely the continuation to the story. This has to be very, very clear.
Also, as you may have heard, we'll just state it again that the movie last year was Act 1 of the stage play. What we're getting this year is Act 2.
Yes.
So, and Naja and I were quite excited.
Super excited.
Super
I
excited.
was coming out of my skin. I
Yes.
was coming out of my skin.
To catch this last night. So Naja, I will open the floor to you to give your short opening review of the film.
One of the main things that I discussed, of course, in our previous review was the way that everything came in cohesion, everything was in alignment as far as with the Oz universe, within the Wicked universe, and of course with the musical, how everything operated in cohesion. And my desire was to see the expectation of that cohesion to continue in this second half of this story. And oh my gosh, they did it, and they did it so well, because of course it required that things got a little bit darker, and they were able to have that darkness convey in very, very, very chilling ways. So of course there was a lot of symbolism, of course, in that front half, as far as how much resonated symbolically with current times, which I don't think anyone was really expecting with part one. And to actually, with that fully understood, as far as having to process the actual first part for this past year, everyone was more mentally prepared to see it all play out and to see that cohesion still continue. They actually met that goal, to have that cohesion still continue within the entire Oz universe, with this actual, the actual Wizard of Oz trilogy, with the actual classic movie, the musical, and of course with the Wicked book trilogy, for that to continue. They absolutely did a wonderful, wonderful job as far as making sure that all of that was still in cohesion to the very end. And as I was saying last night to Sherri, I was telling you, they landed the plane. They absolutely landed the plane, and it was a smooth landing.
Yes, I agree. I will say that coming into the back half of the story, they definitely fleshed out some of the issues from the first half that they were working on, which I appreciated. Of course, this film is going to include, and as you saw from the trailer, some of the lore of the Wizard of Oz.
Absolutely.
The original, the original Frank L. Baum books, like that is played into it. And after everybody gets to see it and we get to come back and have another conversation about this, there's something about that happened that in the movie that I really, really, really liked.
Yes.
I will say this, cinematically, acting, casting, chemistry, the CGI, how the movie looked, on par with what happened last year. The story is not as strong as last year. Like Najah and I at the end of part one were completely wrecked.
Yes, I was a hot mess. Tears flowed. There was a lot of crying on my end.
There was a lot of crying.
A
lot of tears shed. That didn't happen on this second half.
No.
But that does not mean that it's not a good film. It's just that I guess what I want to try to get out is that part one carries a lot of emotion with it. And sticks, because there were people that might have been me in our screening last night. For the half an hour before the film, they were playing the songs, and Defying Gravity played again, and there I was screaming tears.
I didn't stop listening to that song without crying till like July.
I still cannot listen to that song without crying.
Yes.
So the songs are still good. The performances are still great. I put it this way. I am in love with Wicked Part 1.
Yes.
That is definitely one of my top films of all time. I like strongly Wicked Part 2, if that is a fair assessment to say.
I feel like that cinematography needed to be as strong as it was.
Mhm.
Excuse me. It had to be as strong as it was in part one because the world Oz needed to be created in this way. We have to understand that the perspective of Wicked is from a completely different perspective.
Mhm.
We're telling the same story, but from a different perspective, and that Oz, as we knew it, was from someone else's perspective that didn't know that this world existed, and now we're telling it through a story of Oz as the norm.
Right.
And
Oh
so
no,
we had to
like I
define
said, everything. I loved everything about what Wicked for Good is doing.
Yes.
It's just, there's something about that emotion from part one that I want back.
Yeah. I feel like the absence of it is necessary because the whole thing is that about the shifting, because we're literally watching a world's history change in real time. It's
True.
never going to be as what we initially saw it. That actually, all the more reason why you, like I said, you want it back.
Mhm.
You want it back. But that's the whole thing about history marching forward. It's never going to be the same. And actually,
True
really
point.
more so about it does, it does, it's the same, but it's still different.
Right. You got a point.
It shifts as it's supposed to. So we're seeing the history of a world shift in real time.
You got a point. Like I said, I'm just making my notes, but I will
Yes.
I will definitely be watching it again. If you want to our take, we're not going to talk about the casting again because the cast didn't change. There
No.
is one addition to the casting.
Yes.
And that is mentioned, and it is out that Colin Domingo is playing the Cowardly Lion, which even in a voice role, it's Colin Domingo.
It is, and he did so much with very little. I can just imagine what was left on the cutting room floor.
Right, that is true.
And even still, even though we have the same cast, they still had to shift. Like I said, the history of this, all of this is a shifting. This is, years have passed and whatnot, and so to see the change in everyone,
right,
of this, they're being able to highlight how they, changed for good. And so this is to watch that, shift within them. They're not the same people.
Oh, the other thing is I will say this is that for you had two options to either truncate the story in a way that everything felt rushed.
Yes.
Or lengthen it so much that it felt too long. Like
yes.
These are the two ends of the spectrum. I'm going to say that our director, John Chu, came right in on time. This movie comes in at about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yes.
That is the perfect time. So between the two films, you're at 5 hours. Between Wicked and For Good, you're at 5 hours of watch time if you're ever able to, when we're able to sit at home that one day and do it back to back.
Yes. When that finally transpires, we're going to be, I'm so all in.
The popcorn will be at my house.
Absolutely.
So I don't know that there's much more else for us to say. Wicked for Good premieres Friday, November 21st. You can get your tickets now. Should you go see it? Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely go see it. We will be back in a couple of weeks after everybody has seen it, so we can flesh out more of our thoughts.
The way that I am ready.
Right. Najah?
Because I've been waiting, I had to wait because there's so many things that I wanted to talk about in part one. And you were like, we got to wait a year. And I'm like, no.
Right. So Najah and I have a long talk coming up. It'll probably break it up into two. And but we want to make sure. But what we want to say right now, go see Wicked for Good. Premiering. Actually, I'm looking online right now. There are tickets available for tomorrow night. So go see it.
Go see
again,
it.
I'm simply Sherri.
And I'm Najah.
And we are from Pop Culture Uncovered. Everyone, please have a good night.
Have a good night.